as you can tell, we're getting ready for parade time. We've got Ben's Farmall H. I don't know what year model that is. And then this 1928 Farmall regular that he restored. That's what you saw running just a second ago. And then this is the lineup behind us. Tomorrow we'll go through and get footage for you of the actual parade. Ben wanted me to drive his tractor today, so we're doing that. But tomorrow I'm gonna go through and I want to be able to sit and watch the parade and stuff and kind of be a spectator as well. So we'll take a little bit of footage going through the parade. I don't have my magnet mount on the camera, so I can't set you guys up and run through, but we'll catch a little bit of film going through and try and get kind of action of both of them. Ben's driving his regular, I'm driving that. So we'll talk to you when the parade starts. It's supposed to have been started, but there's not much movement. I believe that's a 60 series, 460, 560 underneath of that 234 corn picker. That's what it looks like anyways. There is what would have been the future of International. Those three pieces right there. They have been able to cling on for just a few more years. That's what we would have had. Those little colorful pieces go on refrigerators.
ones.
Awesome conference rooms 1 and 2. That is all donated items, and the proceeds from that will go back to Chapter 12 here in Nebraska. So I want to tell you that the proceeds from that auction comes back to Nebraska, Chapter 12. For all of you in the building, as well as all of you vendors, I want to say thank you for coming to the 2023 Red Power Roundup here in Nebraska. Hope you all will have.
There's a 2404 like the one I have. I got from my grandpa's. Just this one doesn't have the front end loader on it. It also doesn't have the shuttle shift like mine has. Smaller tires on it. These are 11.224s. The one that mine had were 14.924s, I think. This one's got the 3-point option. Picked up a couple of sales adverts for 2404. Yeah, pretty neat to see another one without the loader. Kind of nice to see what the actual tractor was like.
The gentleman on the next tractor is going to be, oh, let's see, who do we got driving it? That should be, yeah, Troy Molmeyer, tractor, brand new for a Christmas present. You see, in memory of Duck, that's what they called his dad. So there's a lot of, so appreciate Gerald bringing that out of Guide Rock, Nebraska. Alan Vogt, Cade Myers, Grand Island, Nebraska, 1937 FT9 fertilizer units on that particular tractor. Next up, we have a 350 Farmall. I tell you what, now you're starting to get 2-point hits live. Okay, next up, this gentleman right here I worked with for many years, but we will not talk about who we worked for, will we, Ken? Tractors were shipped to Plainview, Texas, without wheels, tires, or LP tanks. Now his wife put a little note on the back. This is one equipped with the weed wiper and a 10-foot. Love to see it that way. I know a bunch of people would want to take that and customize it. Now in my country, this tractor right here was, yeah. So Dale, that tells everybody exactly how old we are. So he also, if any of you folks are around Nebraska and have ever heard the Husker Classic tractor, a Gamel. Beautiful, beautiful looking 1972 IHC Travelette. And I worked for a Farm Dealer in '71, so okay. For you folks that kind of know tractors, this is 1066. They were front wheel drive on that. That a Coleman front drive? Okay. So know where there's 2 or 3 of those hidden. Those are very, what's that? And he sold 42 of them. This is another one of his tractors behind here. This tractor here, okay, he's trying to 14 to 1500 tractors across in a bed. This tractor's been across though. Went across the same year as this tractor went across. The lady over here was, I think she was taking that one down with her Hammer MTA days with the 2-point hitch, which is celebrating its 70th birthday this year, folks. All right, we have a 1928 regular. Now, you don't see an exhaust pipe coming out the top, and the front, and the exhaust comes out the side of this thing. Shoots right out above that frame rail. Overhauled in 2017. Sitting in the clean room is a diesel. You got the hitch. You've got the live independent power takeoff. You have the torque amplifier, the disc brakes, live hydraulics on this. Out of Orange, Kansas, Harris in it. Power takeoff and so forth. So this tractor right here really became modernized at the time. So I remember a couple neighbors buying those new. Gerald Muller, he's out of Grand Island, Nebraska. Next up coming down is a 04. We might as well talk about the versions here. Now so again, I think a lot of you folks can see that it could be a tug again for aircraft, boats, and so forth. It's got the smaller tires and so forth on it. Pretty cool little unit. I don't know if I'd want to try pulling wheelies with that though. So very, very cool. Appreciate you folks. So that would be, instead of the regular 8, it is that version for that purpose. Has a big drawbar on it, not used for any type of in there on that 806 because there is nowhere to get up into that tractor. Now talking of versions of tractors, I'm going to jump up a few years and go up into this is a modern tractor, that 400. Next up is going to be the 560. This is a 61 model, so we're getting right to this end. Get a lot of mowing with those. Got the nice tail wheel on it. Had the style of wheeler we would have seen on a 39H. I believe this one, you still have to stop the tractor, push the clutch in to engage your PTO on that particular tractor. Coming up, we don't have further. I can't hear. He did? Okay. I thought if he did not, very, very particular. On the back, folks, it's got the very heavy-duty Category 3 hitch on it. Has the TA, and that's the stuff I hit in the 1456 at that time. Coming up here, folks, we go back a couple generations, back into 1947. Now, we got to have the height to get over the crop to still fertilize them. They're out of Norton, Kansas, Dustin and Tanya Juneman. So we don't think he's going to let anybody ride in that. Next up, it's going to be noisy. Next up's going to be a 1948 Super. He lived in it as a boy. So, got a friend that has that exact loader on a tractor. Next cup coming here. We got the little Cubs again. Greg Niles out of Newman, Nebraska, home-built Hayway over in England. They took that tractor and started producing it back in England. So Mike Zoller, Bedford, Colorado. Actually, we're getting back in some of the ages where they run on tractor fuel or / kerosene. This one right here is Jim Phillips. He's also with my local tractor club. 1966 806. This one right here is very Bill Clausen's driving this. And he told me last night after the banquet, he says, oh yeah, he says, I'm going to drive the 1206 with the cab. The 56 and 66. They had to really work real hard to keep the shifting mechanism working. Up next, it's a nut and bolt restoration at this point, running the heavy category 3 hitch on it. 6-speed forward Road Ranger transmission for its transmission. So that thing is putting out a bunch of horsepower with that 92 in there. Okay. I remember when the very first ones came out, the old 2+2. This is not a 2+2, the later version. It's a 1979 3588 out of Preston, Nebraska. They are tractor drives with you, and it is the 558, and I'd have to look, but they're telling me only 2,700 units were made, so that right there made it very rare at that time. Yeah. Here comes the sun. Good job, Kevin. Do it one more time. Yeah, there you go. Are you proud? Oh, get out of the road. Across Low Boy Quick with the walk-in beam suspension. So in its day, that was a unit. Very beautiful truck. I got to see that a couple of years ago. Next up, an S100. Now, that's 1957 model, folks. And behind it, engine current, back to electric motor, say, in this case, we'll show you with a Baylor, driven by a PTO. The M that we have here, it's 1940 tractor, electro of F's, the 20s mostly. In this case, this is an F30. It's a Rice Special. That's why it's raised up. Now, why do we do that? You go to Louisiana, laid out South Dakota, working exhaust speed special, 1929. Hydro. We've seen 70 hydros, 100 hydros, 826 hydros, I think, or 1026. Changes the ground speed of that without having to shift the gear side. It does have a range transmission on the right side. Heavy duty, those tractors were introduced in 19.
Prototype WD-40. Well guys, that's the end of Red Power Roundup. We're pretty much, everybody's all packed up here. Ben's got his stuff loaded up back there. So we're gonna head out of here. So that's all I got for you guys this weekend. Hopefully you enjoyed the footage we got. Might be 2 videos, whatever it ends up being. Yeah, that's all I got. Talk to you guys all next time.